All right. So a lot of you have been asking about my workshop, which really is just a garage. And I've done a video or two on this in times past, but figured since I made room for this new boat here that my buddy Lewis gave me, I kind of show you how things look and kind of show you what I got going on here. So I moved my pile I've been working on from over here to over here, just kind of shoved it over. A lot of really nice pieces in there. Some coral from Million Souls Mine and some Flint River blades I was working on. All sorts of different stuff. Here I've got some purplish coastal. Here I've got a little pile of jasper. Little pile of jasper in there. Just some random flakes. Over here is kind of where I had some preforms that I hadn't quite finished. So I just kind of put them there. Got some coral, some Tallahatta, and of course some more stuff here in these little bins. It's going to be some coral. Now this is actually, there's Marshall. This is my work desk. So it's nothing crazy. It does roll around a little bit. And it's pretty dirty. I got to clean it off. But usually I'll have this little strip here, and I'll have it plugged in with so my phone's plugged in. I have this old cheap light plugged in there. I'll also have this light plugged in there, which is kind of janky, and then I'll have this fan plugged in, and then I'll also have this little belt sander plugged in that one of you sent me a long time ago. So anyways, that kind of gives you an idea. But there's all sorts of little stuff here. This is some of the leftovers of the what is that? The petrified palm wood. That's what it is. Couldn't think of it. Now this has gotten dusty, as you can tell, but this was a blade I was working on. If y'all want this, I'll sell it to you for $50. If you just pay $5 for the shipping, just let me know. Anyways, lots of old bifaces I was working on, some Tallahatta, some coastal. That was that obsidian piece. Still hadn't finished this coral one, but I'm gonna do that soon. My buddy Colton gave me this at the last nap-in. I want to do something with it. Let's see. Over here, I've got some buckets that have some tools in it. I've got some best of the best books. By the way, I do suggest getting some of these if you're from the Deep South, of all different types. I don't really prefer the Overstreet ones, but that's just me. Got some new abraders and some medium grit abraders, some copper inserts. And over here, I actually do have a few different stones. This is one that I found out in the field, and the Indians definitely used it to peck on, so got some pressure flakers. Used a couple of these as indirect sticks. Of course, I got my big boppers from Richard White, smaller ones from Flint Knapp Supplies, as well as a few other things. Now, one of you at the last nap-in gave me these, and I forget what these are for. Y'all have to tell me. This is a door hinge puncher, some files, some Allens, whole bunch of my exhausted abraders, gloves, some copper bits in there. Anyways, that gets old after a while. Over here we got, this is what you really want to see. Now I got plenty of rocks over here and back in there. But got a lot of coral up under here. A lot of bifaces, some jasper, a lot of older stuff here. This is where I've just kind of thrown all my tools at the moment. Some Flint River bifaces. This is raw coastal I need to heat up. This is some peanut butter root beer I bought from Curtis Smith a long while ago. It was expensive. I just never really got to it. They're kind of a little smaller than I usually work. Heated coastal, some I need to heat up. Jasper, miscellaneous. These are some Tallahassee agate pieces. Pretty uncommon to find. Now for the main event, we'll go outside. By the way, this is the boat. I'm reworking it right now. Doing new panels on it. My dad's been helping me a little bit. And me and Lewis are gonna go fishing hopefully sometime soon. Maybe collect rock, who knows. Now I'm not gonna show everything out here because I don't wanna show, where I live per se. But this is a big old mound of spalls that I really had inside, but I moved them outside. And Flint River, Tallahassee, coastal, you name it. Now I actually had some of these black pieces over here into the ground, and there's still a whole bunch more I gotta pick out of coastal. Some coral here, some grainier coastal. This used to be my work pile here. Some really pretty coastal there. Recently went through all my Jasper pieces, and a lot of these are just boulders, and some are tabs, and just kind of got an assessment of what I had. Here we got Tallahassee, and I love these tabs. Work big pieces, and I'm excited to dive into this pile here in the next year. Of course, got a whole bunch of old coastal, probably mostly B grade in that pile there. And then I got some Flint River as well. And of course, these are going to be for all my daggers, big blades. Y'all know what I make mostly. And then more of Alabama coastal, just kind of B to C grade stuff. Have some better stuff peeking there beyond, but nonetheless, many of you wanted to see kind of what I have to work with. Also got some more tabs down here, but do have more at my mom and dad's place, different location. But always on me about, hey, come on, get all our rocks over there, in time. All right, Marshall, let's go. But yeah, I just wasn't really feeling making a video, but hopefully this will suffice. Some Flint River, and anyways, I guess that does it. So there's you kind of an overview of what we got going on here, and hopefully I can make some room there in the back to do more of my flint napping in the coming days, either that or over here. So we'll just kind of see what happens. But thank you all for watching. Yeah, we're gonna go inside. You wanna go inside? All right, let's go inside. All right, y'all take care. Thank you.